MUTU.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
How are you all hanging out in that? Your place is very close to Benue State, right?
Yes.
How are you all hanging out there? How's your traditional ruler? I want to salute him for giving you the opportunity to come to Citizens FM to tell us firsthand what's going on. Nasarawa is also close to Niger State, and we also have in the studio here Aisha, as a matter of fact, you all have suffered your own share of insecurity as well, right? Yeah, so I think we let's discuss it and see how we can advise government and advise the Renewed Hope Agenda government of President Asiwaju on how to do what to do and how to nip this menace in the bud because it's becoming too ugly and too much for us to contain now. Let's not talk about the number of people that have lost their lives because that's a no-go area with our cooperation with Citizens FM. But we will talk about how we can assist government to nip the insecurity in the bud. My name is Samata Sioburu, and don't forget you're on to the flagship program of the station, the Renewed Hope Agenda, The Way Forward. Up next is the inspiring moment. Kemi Levi, always coming correct or she doesn't come at all. Always ensuring that she reaches out. She has this inspirational words coming, all sending that she sent all the way from Port Harcourt. And to do justice to it is our electrifying voice on the microphone, Aisha. Take it away, baby.
Good afternoon, listeners of Citizen at 3.7 FM Abuja. Crisis is not your final bus stop. It's just a check-in point on your journey to greatness. Now, when life throws terms your way, don't fold. Stand tall and face it with wisdom, because every crisis, when handled with grace and responsibility, becomes a platform for your next testimony. Don't panic. Don't retreat. Don't give up. Instead, rise up, take charge, and learn the lessons life is trying to teach you. The version of you that emerges on the other side will be wiser, stronger, and more unstoppable. Today is a blank page. Write victory on it. We're rooting for you. Always remember, we love you.
Well, that was from Kemi Levi all the way from Port Harcourt. Just in case you're watching us live on YouTube, Kemi, thumbs up for you. I mean, I love the part where that says that rise up. It's about time that we rose up to the challenges that we're having right now in Nigeria. No one is going to come to Nigeria to sort it out for us, but us Nigerians will have to get up and ensure that every illegality in the land is nipped in the bud. Mr. Eshimutu, it's time for you to do what we know how to do best. Let's talk about the insecurity in the land. Today is Benue State. A few months back, it was Nasarawa State, it was Niger State, Kogi State. Why is it that the insecurity seems to be hovering around the middle belts these days? What you have to say to that?
Thank you, Mr. Sam.
Yes.
Just like what I mentioned my name earlier.
Can you say that again? And your town, your village, everything?
Yes, Comrade Ode Echimutu from Aguada town of Okwane Local Government Council. It's a pleasure, sir, to have you this.
It's our great pleasure to have you here too.
And to actually unveil factors that it triggered the crisis, especially in the middle belt.
Okay.
For me, as far as I'm concerned, within the middle belt, relatively middle belt is a peaceful region. But there are factors, combination of factors that actually trigger crisis within the middle belt. First of the factors that I see it is the competitions of lands.
Competition for
land.
Land.
Yes, and
okay.
Resources control.
Okay, competition for land and resource control. Okay.
And environmental degradations and a lot of factors. But the two basic factors within the middle belt that trigger crisis with the middle belt is competition for land.
Go on.
Resources, environmental degradation is the two factors that actually trigger crisis within the middle belt.
Okay.
And the third factor can be traditional struggle or tussle within ourselves. But these are the factors that each and everybody should be able to understand that causes problems or crisis within the middle belt.
Traditional struggle, right? Traditional stool struggle, right? You said, okay.
Yes.
All right, now let's take it one by one. You said because of the crisis in the middle belt, resource control. What has resource control got to do with the mayhem that we're experiencing in the middle belt? How will I put it now? AKA the Benue States. What has resource control got to do with the crisis, insurgency we're having there, we're seeing there?
If you are looking at the case of the Benue State, it's the case between the farmers and the herders.
Okay, but it's still Benue. Benue is still part of the Middle Belt.
Yes.
And recently it has escalated. Mr. President is going there tomorrow.
Yes. You know, the chief people or the Benue people.
Yes.
They claim that they are the landowners of the particular.
They claim or they
are the landowner, in particular. And then the Fulani, the headers.
Okay.
Want to actually ensure that their cows too eat.
Okay.
So there is a competition.
But I don't.
If you want to rear a cow in somebody's land, the first thing you have to seek for is conscience.
Consent.
Yes. For you to rear any cow, but you don't seek the conscience. You will just invade in his own land. You will not be happy.
But if it's about rearing cattle in the land or grazing in the land, they've been doing that over the years, and we did not have loss of lives like this. We did not have total disorder, total mayhem. They've been living in harmony. I think there is more to it than just rearing cattle. And in the past, they weren't carrying AK-47s and they weren't burning houses. So I think there's more to it than rearing cattle. Someone was telling me that it has to do with you even mentioned it, resource control. It has to do with the resources of the land that is in the land, not just the grasses upon the land. What's your take?
Yes, it is actually, just like what I say, it's about competition of land and resources control.
Okay.
Some particulars, some particular group want to take in charge of the resources that is on the ground. And where the other people who are there say no. So this thing triggers a lot of crisis. The resources control.
Okay, in your own area. Okay, let's look at the environmental degradation. What has that got to do?
So most of these environmental degradation that I'm talking about is basically on the mining activities.
Okay.
Basically on the mining activities.
Are there mining activities going on in Benue State?
Remember, we're discussing about the Middle Belt.
Middle Belt, yes. Because I'm
focusing on the Middle Belt.
Okay, all right.
You talk about Nasarawa State, you talk about Niger State, you talk about Plateau State, and any other state within the Middle Belt.
Okay.
So we have to look at it holistically to see where we'll be able to switch out. So I'm discussing Nasarawa State in particular.
Okay.
There are a lot of mining activities.
Because I'm suspecting that these guys that go to Benue State, the Governor Ilya has said that they come from surrounding states. Is Nasarawa State not next to Benue State?
Is that?
It's next to Benue State, right?
Is that?
Governor Ilya said that they come from surrounding states like Nasarawa, Kogi, and stuff like that.
Yes.
And I'm thinking that most probably the illegal mining activities going on, those financing and sponsoring the illegal mining activities, could be the ones sponsoring these people to go and cause mayhem in Benue State, so that they cannot have access to the land and then dig their wells and stuff like that. What's your take?
Good. I just want to tell you that.
Okay, let's start from the history in Nasarawa State. Yes. What? You're Agatu. There's illegal mining going on there too, right?
I am not Agatu. I'm Afro-by-Trap.
Okay.
I'm Afro-by-Trap, and I got double as the secretary of the mining committee appointed by the royal father.
Okay, Aguada. Sorry, I
so
said Agatu.
We understood the mining sector. We understand what is happening in the mining sector very proper.
Tell us.
Good. A lot of these illegal miners, most especially in Aguada, my hometown, when you go to one village called Rafin Gabas, it's within the Aguada.
Rafin Gabas. Okay.
Within the Aguada community, you will see people from other states coming in, youth. Some underage, some hold. They trip in on daily basis. When you go, you see the population, you're surprised. And the government, especially some of the people who are saddled with the ability to say that most of them do illegal mining. They're purely illegal miner.
What do you mean by illegal mining? Do they have the people? They don't have license.
They have no license to mine. No license to mine from the federal government, and they're there. When you go there, most of the time, I do go to the site. You will even see government agencies, civil defense agencies, personnel of civil defense protecting and guiding these illegal miners.
Are you for real?
I went there by myself. We, the committee, went there, sent by the promoter ruler. That triggered the promoter ruler to even wrote letters.
Tell us some more.
Even the governor of a state, Engineer Esule, told most of the traditional ruler, because for you to have a free and legal mining environment, you must get involved the community leaders and the traditional rulers. That is the only way you can fetch out all the illegal miners. So the governor told them, You don't want to see illegal miner within the state. But these people keep on coming. And when we went to the bush, surprisingly, we saw civil defense. We were thinking, are they guiding the illegal miners? Are they really company? If it is company, they would have come with the machines. But you see them.
This civil defense, are they not the mining marshals?
The mining marshal, Dr. Mr. Onoja John, I can remember his name.
Okay.
Doctor.
Defense officer.
He's a mining marshal, civil defense basis.
Where?
In that place,
in the mining
in
camp.
the mining site. When you go, you see people die. Some of them are Muslims. Some are, as a Muslim, when you die, you'll be buried immediately. And some as Christians.
And so their families don't know when they die.
They know. Some of them will just tell you that, well, it is where they will get their own dead field, so they can die. They never even, because they are locals, they don't even know the laws. That is the problem. So we even reported the case to the DPO of our area. We told a lot of them, the actions has not been taken. So we want the president and the Inspector General of Police to come to this area and investigate.
What's going on?
What is going on this side? That what I'm saying, if it's lie, you should go and investigate.
Who's sponsoring these illegal miners?
Mining marshal, Dr. Onoja.
Is the one sponsoring the illegal miners?
He encouraged them because as a mining marshal, your objective is to ensure that you chase away all this illegal miner. And when you go to the bush, you see people.
But somebody was saying that someone was saying that the Chinese have a hand in it.
Yes, we have about 2 or 3 companies. One is Nizo company, and one is Capital. I cannot remember his name. About 4 to 2 companies. The idea are encouraging this illegal miner because what they did,
encouraging or sponsoring.
Sponsor them. Let me tell you reliably, when you go to that community now, when you ask any small child, he will tell you that if you go to the pit, when you dig, what they produce there is tin and columbide.
Okay.
When you come out from the pit, you remove the minerals, you wash it, you will share 50-50 or 30-40 with the company. But that's instead of the company to apply machine, you are making those some of this year. We just want the police to go and investigate. Has any small child in that
and
place?
This is costing a major revenue deficiency from the federal government, from the Renewed Hope government. We're losing a lot of resource. We're losing a lot of capital.
Cannot even get to what is on the ground because the president need to have a revived mining sector. And if people who are saddled with the ability to guide, to self-guide and feed him with information, is not giving the proper information, guiding them like what Tononda is doing, it's a serious problem. So we even want the president to actually trigger the ID of police to investigate and dig out the facts and ensure that they come out with what is happening. Just go by yourself in that mining sector. I know as a journalist or as a radio house, if you're not protected, it's going to be a problem. But the police can go there by themselves. And then what I'm saying, if it's a lie, they will know. We don't say the youth should not mine, but we have what we call that's miners. You register.
When did all this start? Okay, now when did all this start?
It's over a year now, more than 1 year.
Okay.
I can remember.
Is there any other presence of the federal government? Is there any other company is owned by Nigerians that have mining rights, that have license to mine? Because I mean, if for them to be doing illegal mining there, then that means there must be a company or a component of the federal government that has legal rights to mine there as well.
Yeah, there are other companies that actually have license to mine there.
Yeah.
And there are those who claim they have license to mine there. Instead of them to apply it, their machines, they apply the human being. But the proper company to mine there have their license.
Which company is that?
We have a company called Mine.
Are they there?
No, they're not there.
Okay. Let's go ahead. What the people of Aguada now? What are their present? What's the present relationship between the people of Aguada and the so-called miners? And how do you think that? Because Governor Ilia is saying that the people responsible for the mayhem in Benue State come from outside Benue State, and we're looking at it that like these people because for them to get possession of that land in Aguada, they must have most probably done the same thing: run the people of the land out, and then so that they can have clearance to be able to sink their well and do their illegal mine. We're looking at the fact that most probably the reason why they have this position in Benue State. It's not just about the grass on the land, it's about the mineral resources under the ground. So most probably these illegal miners are the ones sponsoring the mayhem that we have in Benue State. What's your take?
That's that possibility that they are the one. Because when you see...
Because they cannot be coming from... They're not witches. They're according to the one on radio this morning. They are not witches. They are not ghosts.
When you go there, you see up to 10,000 youth.
Are you for real?
10,000 youth come from various states. So some of them can call it move down to Benue State. They can call it move down to Benue State. So if the president...
And finish doing what they want to do in Benue State and then return to Nasarawa State again. Because there must be a camp where they meet and where they take off from and where they will come back to. They're not flying saucers.
Yes. They can... If you go by yourself, you see the numbers of what I'm telling you. You see a number of what I'm telling you. So we just want the president to come on board. Please.
Okay, now tell us more about the crisis that you've had with activities going on in Aguada. You want to mention it? You want to talk about it?
Well, the major crisis that we have, I told you that by earlier stage I'm Afro by travel. We have our crisis within Mararaba Udiki. It is a serious crisis. Just like what I said, is about land, computation of land and all that tradition and title. And the state government, in its own capacity, is trying its best to see that some of these crises restore. And I'm calling on my youth of Aguada to please, and Amaraba Udiki to please, they should listen to the government.
Okay, now
there is no benefit in killing your brothers.
Okay. So there's likelihood that they're using the people of the land to perpetuate these illegalities, right?
Yes.
Okay, now someone just sent in a message saying, how does the environmental impact of illegal mining exacerbate security challenges in Benue State? That's Benue State. But how does the environmental impact challenges that exacerbate security challenges in Nasarawa State?
When you have a clear environment, like what I said, there is farmers and herders. When mining destroyed the land without any proper reinforcement,
yes,
or make it in the standard for it to be able for the cattle to rear, it's going to affect the cattlemen can shift to the other place. I don't know if you understand me.
Yeah, very well.
If you have a particular portion of land and mining destroy that place, either illegal, destroy the place, and you have the herders. That is the cattle rearer. They have to shift to another land where the farmer too can farm. So some of these things affect the crisis, trigger crisis. To ban when a company or any person illegal miners mine, after you mine, you have to replace the land to enable the grass to grow and the farmer to farm. That will actually reduce the tensions between the herders and the farmers. I said I am equally in the mining sector.
Okay.
We go there as I represent the communities. We know what affect farmers and herders at times. At times, when a Fulani man is moving with his cow, when you dig a pit, before you know it,
the cow can fall inside the pit.
2 or 3.
Fall inside like that, and then the Fulani man will not take it on the farmer.
On the farmers, on the. So environmental degradations, competitions of lands are major causes of crisis within the Middle Belt.
Okay, there's a friend of mine, Abdul. He has license to mine in Aguada, and he has been denied severally. As a matter of fact, it's said that Chinese operatives have taken over the mines. Do you know anything about that?
There are a lot of crises in the mining sectors. And some of these companies they need to have a proper knowledge of how this mining is being done. You have a particular place given a license from the federal government as a coordinate area for you to mine. You easily go to somebody's area and mine. And some of these crises, we are trying to manage it.
Go on, I'm listening to you.
So, I know very well there's a company called Nizo and Apex Capital claiming that they have a license there. But the only company that we want to believe that legally has a license in that particular place is Dayman. That's what I'm talking about.
They what?
Dayman.
Dayman, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Dayman. That they have.
Now, have you people brought the activities going on in Aguada? Have you brought it to the knowledge of the Minister of Mines and Minister of Mines?
Yes.
Dela Leke?
Yes. We have written a letter by the Royal Father. The Royal Father have written a letter telling him, informing him of what company that is.
Yeah, I think we have a call coming. We have a call coming in from America. Hello, Atai, are you with us?
Yes, sir. How you doing?
Yeah, where your microphone? Where your headgear? Atai, are you with us?
On Renewed Hope Agenda.
Yes. How are you?
Okay, all right. Now, fine. Thank you very much. How are you up there in the States?
We're doing well.
All right, we're looking at insecurity in Nigeria, and it has escalated. And we're looking at the fact that perhaps the reason why it has escalated is the want for resource control and how would I put it, illegal minings in the area, because it's not just about grass. Because if it was about grass, we have had farmers, we have had headers and farmers, and they've been living together in harmony over the years. What has triggered this situation now? We're looking at illegal mining. What's your take?
Well, I see. What I don't know is the actual intelligence surrounding what is happening, but I might only be speaking from a perspective of a general perception.
Okay.
And I think the current economic situation in the country has driven people to a very high level of desperation. In a desperate situation, people take laws into their hands just because everyone's trying to survive. But I would rather want to see how can the system, how can the government actually engage digital solutions to solve the problem. We all acknowledge the problem. The intelligence agency understands the background of the problem. But in a general perspective, citizen education, citizen involvement in crime monitoring and reporting, citizens' engagement in actually ensuring that there is opportunity to report crime before, during, or after is where we need to really focus on. Whether it's driven by mining, driven by headers, driven by local communal interests or whatever, the government must be able to put a plan in place, backed up with technology, so that citizens in every remote part of Nigeria who sees a crime being packaged, who witness planning of any crime.
Yeah, because hold on, because I'm sorry to interject here. Because they said that these perpetrators, they operate up to 4-5 hours without any record, without any response from the authorities that were already that are already in how would I put it, that already have the power to be able to challenge them. They come into a community, they operate for like 5, 6, 7 hours and no response. So I think what you're saying here, opportunity to report crime is very needed to be able to nip this thing in the bud. Go on, please. Sorry.
You see the dynamics and the blatant authority exercised by criminals in Nigeria is unbelievable and makes citizens totally lose faith in government and its ability to protect them. So I'm sure you are very aware that today there are lots of technology solutions that citizens in village who see these headers, who see these bandits moving in a direction, could in real time report these activities with pictures, with videos, with text, and share the location and the direction of their heading to, way ahead before they even get to where their target point of attack is. This is what Nigeria needs to deploy. You cannot fight this kind of criminality with this
manual aspect.
Yeah, manually. You see, in a situation where bandits enter the community and stay there for 4 hours, in a situation where bandits enter a school and pack 400, 200 students, in a situation where bandits enter the church or a market, if there is only one person there who has the application to share and notify all relevant security agencies within that jurisdiction, then these people will start being approached in a surprise format. They'll start seeing security agencies step up from an angle they don't even expect. And they'll know that there is a deterrent factor now to stop people from just getting out there, committing crime and getting away. So even these people that are able to hide from the attack could record videos and track the languages they speak, their communication, and share it with authority even after this incident.
That will even enable the authority to know where these people are coming from, whether they are Nigerians or not. When you hear their language, you will know.
What plans they have, yes. So right now, the solution is there, and I can say that we collaborated with Nigerian Army in Jos.
Wait, hold up. You have had communication with the Nigerian Armed Forces.
We collaborated to develop this anti-kidnapping solution. Demonstrated it at the division level, deployed it and tested it with the Operation Safe Haven for Nigerians to use to report crime before, during, and after crime. For Nigeria to be able, for the agencies, security agencies to be able to track the back-end voice of a victim and his kidnappers. But till today, that solution is sitting on idle in the closet, not deployed by any of the security agencies.
What do we do to activate that now?
Well, the people in authority who has, you see, it's only the president that has a legacy in Nigeria, ironically.
Because he's the commander-in-chief. He's the commander-in-chief, and all this is going on now. Is affecting the renewed hope agenda government.
Right. So he is the only one who has a legacy, who has the mandate to protect Nigeria.
And I can assure you they are listening. I can assure you they are listening in the presidency now, because we're the closest radio station to the presidency.
The solution is there. Let us try technology in a way that is not been tried. Let Nigerians get paid for reporting crime. And the tool is there. The EFCC pay people for whistleblowing.
Yeah.
Let us have whistleblowing for any kind of crime, no matter the level. And this will stop in a window, because criminals will no longer think they have the authority, they have the unlimited violence without being reprimanded or without being held accountable, because we have the tools.
Okay, now how can we use this your tool to curb illegal mining activities in Nigeria? Can it be used to curb illegal mining activities in Nigeria? Because illegal mining is costing a whole lot, and someone is saying that
the same thing. It is the same thing. Nip it in the bud.
Thank you.
Get information out to relevant authorities before these people take control of the localities. And there is police, there is DSS, there is military, there is civil operations, there's all kinds of security agencies. How do they communicate? How do they respond? You want to reduce response time by 90%. So there's no way a crime will be committed. Before you finish committing that crime, the security agencies are already there. It's the secret. It's the surprise element that make people think otherwise. Let people be paid to report a crime instead of collaborating in the crime and making 50,000, when they can be paid 100,000 for reporting that crime. You need that tool. I am saying this with all elements of sincerity. We built this solution with the Nigerian Army 3 Div Jaws in the era of the GOC IS Ali. But till today, that solution is sitting idle. Why?
What do we do? What's the name of this solution? And how can we activate? Sorry, we have Mr. Ode here. He's an indigent of Aguada Axis in a village called Rafin Gabaz, and illegal mining activities is going on there big time, and they have tried to reach the IG of police. They have not gotten response yet. People are dying there at the same time, and we're suspecting that this illegal mining activities going on there may have roots, may have connection with the activities going on in Benue State as we speak, because those perpetrators in Benue State, they are not witches, they are not ghosts. They come from somewhere, and someone is funding them. They want to run the Benue people out and then take over the land. We're suspecting that they want to perpetuate illegal mining also in Benue State. Well, now, Ode, you have listened to Atai Abbott is our consultant in Atlanta, Georgia. You have listened to him. He has said that technology is needed to be able to nip whatever is going on, illegality going on around the Middle Belt, to curb the insecurity in the Middle Belt, in the board. What's your take, Ode?
Well, I may have my personal opinion as...
Go ahead.
If you want to curtail this insecurity within the Middle Belt,
yes,
technology tool is very important. But what we needed now is community policing.
Community policing.
Community police, yes.
But even the community policing will need technology tools to be able to work effectively.
What we needed now is
the community policing.
The community police.
That's what we say. The community policing will not come with empty hand now. They will need tools to be able to be effective. They will need guns. They will need ammunition. They will need... Yes, so you're going to say something. Yes.
The community police have its baggages. First of all, with the Nigerian mindset, the community police will become a tool in the hands of local lords, governors, senators, and all that. You will have existing security apparatus, but you must empower that apparatus to reduce response time, to check the reliction of duties, to evaluate why a team should be in front battling because they expect other teams to have received the same alert to meet up with them to give them a backup. So the whole dynamics of crime fighting has to change, purely driven by technology.
Honestly, because yes,
community police is not a solution because we are not mature to manage the whole idea of community police. They will equally collaborate with the criminals because you cannot track them.
Now,
but you must be able to track crime before, during, and after the crime.
Before, during, and after the crime. Now, they're saying that what these perpetrators do, they attack the security apparatus that is on ground. First of all, like in Benue State, they attack the police station, they attack the army, the joint patrol, and reduce them immobile before they enter the communities. Now, there's a question here that someone sent in. Hold up. Someone sent it. It says that how can local communities be empowered to report and prevent illegal mining activities? That's what you just answered now. Say, how can local communities be empowered to prevent how can local communities be empowered to report and prevent illegal mining activities? That's what we're saying now.
That is the solution you need.
What's the solution called? What's it called?
It's called Cluegate Save Our Soul Emergency Alert and Tracking Solution.
Cluegate Save Our Soul.
Say something.
All right.
Yeah. The criminals who perpetrate this crime, they move from their base, drive kilometers at night, but they pass through villages.
That's right.
They pass through people. So people see them moving, but they cannot do anything because they cannot run to the police station. They cannot call the police station and somebody will answer. So they just need a pre-deployed capability where they could just click a button and report a crime about to happen. And they know that in the afternoon they go and collect money. They will get paid. for reporting that crime, and that information help in stopping the crime.
That should help you.
So the police now will not be taken unaware. The police station will not be taken out because they would have received an alert with the information, the detailed location of these people, the direction they are going, for sometimes the video and the language they're speaking. So they will be ready, laying ambush and waiting for these guys to come into those communities. It is not rocket science. Nigeria has to own up to the fact that they are not ready to stop this rubbish. Because as long as I'm concerned, you cannot commit that offense in any other country apart from Nigeria.
Well, no. I think you're going too far now. No, we are here together. You're our consultant. That's why we have you. We all put our heads together. That's why they came all the way from Aguada community. Let's all put our heads together and see how we can stop the illegality going on in Nigeria. You have come up with a solution. You've come up with a solution, a technological solution called ClueGate, right? Now we're going to see how we can power it. You're going to take back this information to your...
We had presented it to
that was the past. That was the past. Let's not look at the past anymore. Let's just look at forward.
Senate Security Committee. What do they do? The solution is there, begging to be used. Nigeria needs to be protected.
We need to. We'll follow it up. We'll follow it up. Let me take Ode. Yeah, don't go away. Please stay on the line.
Let's keep our hope alive.
Okay, Ode. No, he's not going away. Ode, from what he has said now, your community does need something like this. It's, according to him, called ClueGate. You need to have a solution where you can be able to report. Like now, you said that you have reported to the IG and he has not answered you. You have reported to who else again? He has not answered. To the minister, he has not answered. But with this ClueGate, now you can be able to report the crime before, during, and after the operation. So you have evidence to show, just in case they set up a committee to appraise what happened in your area, what's happening in your area. Because what I hear is that the illegal mining is still going on there. Am I right?
Yes.
It's still going on there, right?
Yes.
And they are not remitting anything to the federal government, so it's costing the federal government money. Yes. So how do we curb that situation now? He has given us a solution. That's what this program is all about. Renewed Hope Agenda, the way forward. We look for the way forward to be able to get out of the hole where we are for a better Nigeria. What's your take going forward?
Mr. Sam, I'm not against technological advancement.
Yes.
To fight crime.
Yes.
But even though you want to apply technology, you must need human.
Yes, definitely.
Manpower.
Yes, that's true. Yeah.
And what we have now in this country, police is not enough.
Yes, police is not enough. That's
so
true.
we still need community police.
You need more. More policing.
Police in the various communities.
But that more policing, even like you said, like he said, already the police to an extent have been alleged to have been compromised. That the community police may be compromised also. Alleged that they may be compromised also, but like you said, it is needed. We have to. It's time. We need them in our society right now to be able to curb this menace. But when you bring them to society without empowering them with the tools they want, they can work with. Like if you bring the community police now and you empower them with these ClueGates, you empower them with arms and ammunition, they can be able to nip crime well before it happens or during when it's happening or something. So we need to all work together. Yes. Every facet, we all need to come together and see how we can stop this, because the pictures I've seen coming out of Benue State is pathetic. It's pathetic. The pictures I see coming out of the mines in Aguada too is pathetic. Very pathetic. So now, what do we begin to do now? How can we assist government? Because he has said that, which I'm aware of actually. They've sent in this ClueGate to the Senate Committee on Insecurity, which the Senate President just set up. I was supposed to actually see the Chief of Staff to the Senate President this morning before coming to work. But after here now, I'm going to see the Chief of Staff to the Senate President. We need to all collaborate to be able to get this renewed hope agenda of President Asiwaju for people to begin to have confidence in the renewed hope agenda. Because it's not all talk about all 2027. What are we doing to be able to inspire the people to be able to believe in us?
That is the basic thing.
Thank you.
Atai, thank you very much. It's been nice having you. We're not done yet. Yes, we're not done yet. Now, the mining marshals in your area, who constituted them? You said they're under the leadership of who? What's his man's name again?
Dr. John, Mr. John
Onoja. And Mr. John Onoja is aware of what's going on there.
He's aware.
Who does he report to?
mining marshal by law.
Yes.
The mining marshal and federal minister of mine, that is military office of every state.
Yes.
To collaborate together.
Okay.
To ensure that the mining is done in the legal way.
In the legal way, okay.
And so the mining marshal and the federal mining office.
Hello.
Yeah, we hear you. You're gone.
They have to work together.
Wait, let all the land first.
But I know very well that the mining marshal appointed by the minister of every state, the minister appointed them, and so they report directly to the minister.
Yeah.
Of mine.
Okay. I thought you were going to say something.
Yes, even going down to the mining marshal,
yes,
which is a wonderful idea. You still have to empower with the same platform. The mining marshal, let me say, in Benue State, could have a private security network that is running within the same platform I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
And this now would give them opportunity to record before, during, and after a man, when people just start to encroaching, report this to the entire security apparatus. Trying to reach the IG, trying to reach a minister, it's not a very practicable thing because these people are very busy. And it's not their job to fight crime. There is a local security police, there's a local civilian combination with army, with police, air force.
Joint JTR, joint task force.
So now the mining marshal will now be able to directly alert all the troops of all the joint task force teams at the same time, and all these joint task force teams will move in the same direction. So if you find out that a team that was 2 miles away did not show up in the scene of crime, and a team that is 5,
you know that they've been compromised.
Why were you not there 2 miles away till the team? Yes. So this is how. So you have to check motivation, personnel motivation, personnel election of duty. Because if you have 20 joint task force security trunks armed,
I think you're breaking now. You're breaking at time. I think you need to move position.
Could be alerted. Hello? Are you there?
Okay, all right, we can hear you. Go ahead.
Okay, are you there?
Yeah, we're here. Yeah.
Okay. So if there is a 20 team of joint at the same time, and all these teams are moving in the same direction. That's the way it happens here in America. You can see 20 police vehicles moving in the same direction. And tell me what kind of power or firepower you have. And then the teams that are there will be sure that other teams are moving in that same direction to support them and give them backup, because they all receive the alert at the same time. So it's not reaching the IG. It's not reaching the minister for defense. Those are not the apparatus for deployed rescue.
So hold on. Ode, you want to say something? Hold on, Atai. Ode, you want to say something?
Dr. Atai.
Yes.
It's like you don't understand what we're trying to put across. We have a mining side. We have illegal miners in our community, and the civil defense is there guiding this illegal miner. And the mining commander, that is the boss in Nasarawa State, Dr. Onoja, he do go there and see the personnel. The civil defense are there, and so we are indirectly telling him that he is the one who is pushing this illegal miner to work there because his boys are there
guiding the illegal mining.
So now, with that discussion in mind, and a regular citizen with the same platform can record the civil defense officers
that they are protected. Yes.
Yeah, and share that with the authorities. So those people will first of all be apprehended as collaborators in crime that commit, and with proof of their presence, and that location is shown on. Man, these are not rocket science.
Do you have proof of Dr. Onoja's involvement in Nasarawa State?
That is when I said
you have pictures of him.
That is what I said.
Do you have pictures of the? Yeah. Do you have pictures of NCDA?
No, I don't have the pictures.
So you don't have evidence.
No. I see them. When you go there.
No, you don't have to go there. You have to have pictures. Since you are from there, you're here alleging. You must have pictures.
When somebody is,
yes, at time.
When somebody,
hold up.
Sam,
yeah.
Don't expose that young man. He's giving you a very high value intelligence. You shouldn't even be doing it on radio because you're exposing him.
Don't worry.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
This is all what we do to just give 2 or 3 regular citizens. The plan is that we're going to build intelligence group in every community that will now have access to this application, and everybody will have access to report if they are equally in a security situation they need help.
So if you're given this, okay, go on.
For you have these marshals, if they are not collaborating, they could record the civil defense people protecting legal mining and just share it anonymously. Nobody will know who sent it apart from people who manage the system in the back end. And then we'll call these people and compensate them for whistleblowing, for not collaborating with the criminals, but reporting them. We are going to pay them so that they could go and make that their job. So your job now is to find every illegal activity and report it for response and reaction. It's simple. It's not rocket science. Nobody wants to listen.
Okay, all right now. No, they are listening now. They are listening now. Yes, Ode, you say something. We have just 3 more minutes to go.
Dr. Onoja.
No, Dr. Onoja. Not Dr. Mr. Tai.
Mr. Tai.
Yes. Go ahead.
If we want this country to move,
yes,
we must be ready to make sacrifice.
Okay.
To expose anybody to work, no matter how his capacity or his position.
Okay.
To ensure that the right thing is done.
Okay.
If what I am saying in this radio, you feel is wrong, or anybody
be compromised, but that he has a better way that he can work with you. Since you are the man on ground in Aguada area, he can work. We can link you up with Dr. Mr. Tai, and so we can set up these things. Link you up with Dr. Mr. Tai, and so we can set up these things in several communities.
It's not Sam. Please.
Yeah.
It's not linking him up. The system, the government.
The government, right? Yes, that's what we're saying now. That's what we're saying.
Government. Yes,
we're already talking with the office of the Senate President. Like I said, I'm supposed to go and meet with the Senate Chief of Staff to the Senate President, who is a very amiable gentleman. His door is always open for Nigerians, and this issue of insecurity in the land involves all of us. As a renewed hope, this issue of insecurity in the land involves all of us. As a renewed hope agenda stalwart, I cannot just sit down on my own. Illegal mining going on, and the federal government is not getting returns on it to be able to shore up our economy and shore up the GDP. So on that note, I'm sorry we have to wrap it up right now. Atai, thank you for joining us. Next week, I hope we'll be able to bring you on set again. Thank you very much. Our regards to your family out there in the United States of America. Thank you very much. Ode, thanks for coming. Our regards to your traditional ruler, and tell him that please we commiserate with him, and he should please bear with us that something is being done to be able to ameliorate the situation in Nigeria. And to all our brothers and sisters in Benue State as well, please, our condolences goes out to you people, to the governor and the people of Benue State. Please accept our condolences. To the federal government, to the federal government under President Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, I will do all we can to support the renewed hope agenda. My name is Sam Atasioburu, and until next week when I come your way again, you miss me, you miss a fantastic time on radio. Stay with me, we can turn things around.
In every area of the economy.
The renewed hope agenda, the way forward on Citizen 93.7 FM Abuja, is anchored by Sam Atasia Oburu, National Chairman and Convener, Renewed Hope Agenda.